Here it is, the fully redesigned 2024 Chevrolet Trax. And we're going to answer the question in today's Vehicle Visionary video: did Chevrolet make the right changes? And I gotta say a special thanks to my friends here at the Chicago Auto Show with Chevrolet, who were kind enough to give me access inside of the display right here. Just before anybody complains about it, I did get special access here. So let's take a look at exactly what has changed for the 2024 model year. You're going to notice that it has a very similar look now to that of the Chevrolet Blazer. It does have some size changes as well, but let's take a quick look at exactly what we have right here in front of us with the headlight design. A very sleek look with the daytime running lights. We're going to have the nice large headlights down here on the lower portion of the bumper down here. And then as far as the upper grille goes, it doesn't look like there's a lot of space there, but you know what? You're getting plenty of air in through the lower grille right here. Everything's in gloss black, really set off by the lighting elements here at the Chicago Auto Show. And while it's a little bit bigger, a little bit longer, and a little bit higher, or lower to the ground, I should say, it's still considered a subcompact. Size changes include 11 inches longer. It's 2 inches wider, and like I said earlier, without getting tongue twisted this time, it is a little lower. It's actually 4 inches lower to be exact. So gonna definitely see some changes there. That's going to improve ride quality. The overall size of the vehicle being longer, everything is going to absorb the bumps a little bit better. And taking a look down the side, you're going to notice the lines have really increased to just, I don't know, just look a lot better than what they did in the past. Kind of hard to see with this particular exterior color, but you can see the rise on the lower door sill down there, how we've got the line right here, what's underneath kind of flaring inward, just a little bit of an angle right there. And I like the fact that all of the trim here, from the fender flares all the way down to the lower door sill down there, it's not gloss black. That's good, because that's going to hold up a lot better when it comes to any road debris or anything that comes up and hits that. Also a combination of the gloss black here on the side view mirrors, and then obviously we're going to have the flat black down there on the lower portion as well. So overall, a very nice look. Here are the roof rails, what we're going to have right there, so some functionality. And then again, honestly, what would you think? Do we need gloss black around the window trim here, or does it look good as it is? The sleek lines continuing their way, as you can see on the top of the door, as well as the line actually increases. You can start to see it get bolder and bolder as it comes back. Everything back here just kind of silhouetting the back of the vehicle to really give it some shape, some character, some definition, and a good look here, right here from this particular angle. Everything on the roof flowing as well, working its way down with the rear roof spoiler, not only looking good, functionality to help keep the wind or the dirt off of the rear window as the air channels itself over to keep that clean when you're driving down the road, but you do still have the rear window wiper there to help out when needed. A lot of the time, I would say, let's tuck the window wiper away up here, but honestly, on this particular vehicle, not looking too terribly bad. And then we're going to have the nice looking tail lights here. Even a little bit of, it's not functional right here, but everything, it just looks right. A little bit of character in the lines right there. But again, it looks similar to what we saw with the Chevrolet Blazer, and a clean look here on the rear bumper as well. Just looking at the overall design, the lines and everything here, we've got that chrome finish. And the way it just contours its way inside right here, you might not notice that, but when you look back here, it looks clean, it looks right, it just looks modern, almost really kind of a sporty look is really what Chevrolet was going after. And since I can't do the undercarriage shot, I'll give you the best look that I can from this particular viewpoint. And depending on trim level, you might say, well, I don't know what I really want. You have three different options. You have these 17, 18, and 19-inch wheels. A couple of different options there to choose from depending on your personal preference. One of the stipulations here is that I can't show you the 1.2 liter engine that's under the hood, but I can sure tell you about it. MPGs are not official yet, but the horsepower numbers are 137. The torque numbers come in at 162. And the good news, a lot of you might think of this particular model being a subcompact SUV. You think, it's going to have a CVT. But guess what? It has a 6-speed automatic transmission, so you don't have to worry about the issues that often come with the continuously variable single-speed transmissions. Now, we were able to open the rear cargo area. So we're looking at 25.6 cubic feet of cargo capacity, up to a maximum 54.1. Obviously, you can lower those rear seats, lay those flat, and you're going to be able to maximize your cargo capacity. Speaking of the rear seat area, let's take a look at what we have here. You can see the nice design with these side door or the door panels here as far as following the lines and everything for the window right there. It looks nice. It looks like it should. Again, the redesign really following its way not only from the outside but to the inside and making a difference everywhere. Here's what we're going to have with the door bin. More than enough space there for a good size bottle. And we're going to see that you do have the conventional size sunroof up there. So for those of you that were maybe hoping for a panoramic, well, hate to disappoint you, but it is what it is. And then we're going to have some contrast stitching. You're going to find different colors of that depending on trim level and options, but you can see what we have here. That looks really nice. Let's hop inside real quick and take a look at what we're going to have in the way of leg space. Now, obviously, it's going to vary a little bit depending on what you have here with where the front seats are located, but you can see that I actually do have quite a bit of leg space and a good bit of head space above my head. Sitting straight up at 5'10", well, not too terribly bad. Now, you don't have the rear air conditioning vents here. You do have a couple of options for USB ports. You can stick a cell phone down there or whatever any rear seat passengers want to do. Should have a third USB port right there. At least that's my opinion. And then one rear seat pocket right there, but not necessarily a big deal depending on who's sitting back here. And as always, I like to remind you that you activate the child safety locks here on the rear doors. So as you can see in that down position, it's active right now. If I was going to close this door and take a look inside without anybody around to help me out to get out, I'd want to make sure that at least the passenger side or the driver's side door here were in the up position, back the opposite way of where it is right now, so that I could get out. You want to make sure you do that too, so you're not having to crawl through the pass-through to get back into the front seat. And taking a look here at the driver's side door, you can see all your typical controls and functionality there as usual. Also going to have the power seats here. And this being the active trim level, you're going to have the active logo right here. One thing I always like to say, why not put it on the back seat headrest as well? But then again, some people may not be as concerned about it. So we'll hop in here real quick, take a look. We're obviously going to have the updated screen here, the updated instrument cluster. Can't really show you that in action yet. We'll see when they get one in at Red River Chevrolet down in Bossier City. When we get back home as soon as possible, we'll do that. But the good news is that it's larger. I like the fact that it's angled towards the driver, a very driver-focused vehicle here. So you can see the air conditioning vents, the whole dash right here, this whole area is angled towards the driver. And it does come with a turn signal lever. For those of you who've always wondered, what do you do to make your blinkers flash when you're driving down the road? This is what you use. You push it up for going to the right. When you're changing lanes to the left or turning to the left, you push it into the down position. So it's all there in case you're wondering about that. Steering wheel mounted controls give you a good look at everything there. And obviously you'll control your front and rear window wipers here. Your climate control, everything is there. And then I can show you your wireless charging pad, a little bit dark, so kind of hard to see, but you do have a couple more connectivity options there. And the good thing, no push button shifters here, because I know a lot of you don't like the push button style shifters, but you're going to have that. All of your other controls you're probably used to seeing are going to be here as well. Your cup holders, going to have some of that gloss black surround And then obviously we're going to have our center console. See what kind of space is in there. But overall, some very nice changes for 2024. We're going to take a closer look at one of these new Trax models as soon as we can from Red River Chevrolet down in Bossier City. But in the meantime, tell me what you think based on today's presentation. Did Chevrolet make the right changes to the 2024 Chevrolet Trax? As always, I appreciate the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn about other vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and I will see you there.